lane and focus on your lane. So never compare yourself with anybody at all. Don't compare yourself, don't compete. The only person you should compare yourself with is the person that you were, like, the last time you checked, which is yourself. So look at yourself in the mirror, and that is the person you should be comparing yourself with. No one else but yourself. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Goldie. On today's video, I'll be talking to you guys about the importance of individuality and your uniqueness as well. Obviously, we all know that we're all individuals and we're all unique in our own different ways, but I'll be talking to you guys today about the steps that you really need to take to make sure you stay in your own lane and be your own person no matter what is going on around you. You are unique, you are one of a kind, and you are your own person, and that is your power. What does it mean to be an individual? Individuality simply means to be your own person. You as an individual, it's just you and nothing else. It doesn't matter what is going on around you. It doesn't matter who you are around. It doesn't matter what your environment is. You are your own person, and that brings you to the part of you being unique, because there's only one you. Yes, there might be so many other people that have the same characteristics as you or the same things that you do, but there's only one you. There's only one your face. There's only one, you. Basically, that is your uniqueness. You have to first of all find yourself. I don't think anyone can be their own individual until you find yourself. Like, if you haven't found yourself, anyone can tell you what you are, but once you found yourself, no one can tell you what you're not. So meaning, if you find yourself and you know what you are, no matter what people say you are, you yourself know what you are, and that would be your own individual. Another thing is you have to make a decision to stick to it. There's so many things going on in the world, so many distractions, so many ways people lose themselves and forget about themselves as a person. You have to make that decision to tell yourself, I am my own individual. No matter what is going on around me, no matter what it is that I'm faced with, I would always be true to myself. I will always be my own individual. And it's something you have to do, and you have to stay focused on it. And the only way you can do that is to keep checking yourself at every stage that you get to. You have to keep checking yourself and keep telling yourself, am I being true to who I am? Am I, doing the things that I want to do? Am I doing this for myself? Am I being my own individual, which is the purpose that you have found for yourself? And the next thing is to make it your goal. In everything that we do in life, you have to make it your goal to stay true to who you are. Like, I feel like if you set yourself a goal, there's something about you knowing you're trying to achieve something. It drives you, it helps you to stay grounded, to be on that course, you to stay focused and to be able to see, I'm actually doing this for a goal. So you have to make it your goal purpose in life, to stay true to yourself, to be your own individual, no matter what is going on around you, to always remember that you are your own person. You are responsible for yourself. You make your own decision, you do your own things, and you are your own person. So once you make that decision, you know you're your own individual, you've decided to stick to it, you have used that as your future goals and be like, this is the person that I want to be, this is the person that I am becoming, and you're working every day together. The next thing is you have to stay grounded. Like, that's the reason why a lot of people get lost, I feel like, in today's world, is because they're trying to reach for something that it's not them. Like, that you see the next person, like, you don't know their journey, you don't know what it is that they do or whatever, but you're trying to be like them. I feel like that's like the worst way you can lose your self-identity of who you are, is trying to be the next person or trying to go after something. So you have to stay grounded no matter what, and stick to what it is that you believe in everything that you do. And every step of the way, you have to keep telling yourself that. There's no point pretending to be something you're not if you really know that that is not what you're trying to be. Like, for instance, you go somewhere and you say, oh, because I'm in a group of like these people, let me pretend to be, more suitable to this type of people. But then knowing that that's probably just like 1% of like your life, and then there's your other 99% where you have to be yourself. Don't, you know, pretend to be what you're not. You always have to be yourself, no matter where you find yourself. Like, even if people don't like you or people don't understand you, that's okay, as long as you know that you're being yourself. And when I say being yourself, I mean you're being your true self. Like, you know, you're being your true self, that if people get to see you, they go like, you know what, this person, this is who this person is. Like, you don't want people to question your character, like, oh, last week, you know, you were a certain way, 2 weeks ago you were a certain way. Like, you have to let, you know, that match. Every time they see you, you have to be yourself. So we're all different. As amazing and, you know, beautiful and fabulous that we all are, everybody has their own uniqueness in them. So this is what you have to do. You have to find your unique point. Like, this is something that is going to stand you out. Like I said, you know, I might not be the best person, like, you know, but my uniqueness makes me the best person for myself, or makes me the best Goldiva that I can be, because that is me and nobody else can be that. You have to find your unique point, and then you have to work on that. Like, you know, everybody have their strength and everybody have their weakness. Let your strength, you know, like, let your strength like complement your weaknesses. Let your strength make up for the things that, you know, you're not very great at, I guess, you know. So don't think about other people's strengths that is not your strength. Other people's strength is not going to be your strength, and other people's weaknesses is not going to be your weaknesses. So what you have to do is just find your unique point and just focus on that, work on that, and grow on that, so that wherever it is that you find yourself in life, whatever it is that you've been shaking, whether peer pressure, whether like in your job, in your career, it just doesn't shake you. There's so many like amazing people that you get to meet, and you're like, this person, no matter where they find themselves, they stay true to themselves. And this is one thing that I feel like is my greatest quality. Like, throughout my life growing up, is something I've always realized. No matter where I find myself, no matter my surrounding, no matter like anywhere at all, I've always stayed true to myself. Like, I've never been one person that said there was a point in my life where I was pressured, or, you know, I had to do something because of friends, because of my environment. No matter where I found myself, I've always stayed true to myself. If I want to do something, I'm doing it because I want to do it. If I don't want to do it, there's nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing around me that would change that mindset of me. And that is like something I have always held on to. That for me is my unique point. That for me is like, you know, my strength, and I hold on to that, and that makes me become my own individual and stay true to myself every step of the way. Another way you can stay true to yourself and be your own individual is you have to remove yourself from things that take away from you. Like, you have to mentally tell yourself that I only want to take in things that benefit me. I only want to take things that helps me grow. So anything that takes away from you, anything that brings negative energy, anything that makes you compromise the person that you are, anything that makes you not be yourself, you have to remove yourself from it. Like, yes, you cannot control things around you. Yes, you cannot control people around you. You can't even tell people how to treat you or how to, like, you know, deal with you. But what you can do is you can control yourself. And that is another thing I've been doing recently. Like, I feel like there's so many times where things happen to us and we try to control the narrative. We try to control how the person, you know, deal with it. We try to control how the person, but you can't do that. You have to understand that they're their own person as well. They make the decision. They do what they want to do. The only person you can control is you. So if it means that you have to remove yourself from the situation, if it means that you have to block yourself and, you know, that energy, so that you can focus in your own self and be your own true authentic self, and that is what you have to do. You have to just protect your energy at all costs and just focus on that. As much as you're taking yourself away from things that doesn't help you grow, you also have to surround yourself with things that do help you grow. Yes, we're all human. We take in things every single day, and the things that you take in every single day is what will shape you in future, or like as you go along. So you have to surround yourself with people, with the things that shapes you, the things that make you be your true self. Even your environment as well. You have to surround yourself with things that help you be the better version and the true version of yourself. You always have to evaluate yourself. Even if you say to yourself, every 3 months I'm going to check in with myself mentally, I'm going to check in with myself to see how I'm feeling, I'm going to check in with myself to see that, you know, I am on the right path and I am still doing things that I want to do for me and not for people around me. So you always have to check in with yourself and just reevaluate every step of the way. In every step that you get to reevaluate, in every decision that you want to make, is this me? Am I doing this? Am I being true to myself by doing this? Never compare yourself or compete with anyone. I think this is the greatest joy stealer of all time, and this is the best way that you can kill yourself as an individual. If you keep comparing yourself with other people or you keep competing with other people, the best way you can do this is just to not look at what other people are doing. Like, even if you have to look at what someone else is doing for inspiration, you know, for motivation, to learn from them, but never compare yourself with anybody else. Never feel like, you know, this person is more beautiful than me, this person is, you know, better this than me, this person has a this than me. You never compare yourself with anyone. Like, everybody's journey in this life, everybody's journey is different. You're all on a different journey. Like, stay in your lane and focus on your lane. So when you compare yourself with other people, what that does is it takes away from who you are, because the more you compare yourself with somebody else, the more you see their strength and the more you see your weakness. And the more you see your weakness, you tend to always somehow start forgetting about your own strength, which then makes you start seeing yourself less than what you are. And then that is why it's never a good idea for you to compare yourself in any way, shape or form with somebody else. Even if you find yourself or you're in the same like lane or you're in the same thing as somebody else, still you shouldn't compare them, because you are different to that person. That person's journey is different, your journey is different. Just never compare yourself with anybody. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, guys, please make sure you subscribe, and also please click on the notification button so that you'll be notified every time I upload a new video and you'll be the first to know. If you like this video, also please give it a thumbs up, like, share, comment, and let's relate in the comments. Your next best should be against your last best. So the way you can grow as a person is to always check where you are right now with where you used to be. So check where you're trying to get to where you are right now. So at every step of the way, always check that back and just check that against yourself. That's the only way that you can grow. What was my last best like? What is my next best? What am I trying to be? Always check that with yourself, and I think that's the best way that you can grow. And also know, like, you know, these are areas that I need to work on, these are things that I need to work on. So you always have to like mentally like say that to yourself and check in with yourself every now and then. Like, you know, I want to say like part of being individual is like, you know, a lot of people that we don't even know that are dealing with so many things. Like, mental health is a very, very deep thing that I don't even want to touch on right now, but that is like the biggest way that people tend to even just lose any form of like what they have, like that they hold on to. So you always have to check in with yourself. Anytime at all that you feel like you're not 100%, like you don't have to be 100%, like, you know, it's okay to be 70% one day, but on a day where you just feel like you're not yourself, just always keep checking in with yourself. This will help you to maintain, like, you know, a stable mental state of mind, so that you don't get too far into the process of like, you know, having to like check back and go like, oh, at this point I was feeling this way, at this point I was feeling that way. And you just always have to check in with yourself and check yourself to make sure that you're on the right path and you're doing okay. Find out what it is that you like and what makes you happy. I think this is like the best way you can live a fulfilled life, the best way you can truly be happy with the person that you are. Like, when you're truly happy within yourself, like they say, happiness is something that has to come from within. Like, nobody can give that to you. I feel like the best way you can do that is find out the things that makes you happy, the things that you like to do, and do more of that. The more you do the things that you like, the more you do the things that makes you happy, the more you're able to just be in your own individuality and be in your own uniqueness, and you just stay in that without having to get distracted by other people's happiness or other people's joy, or like maybe other people's happiness does not affect you. Just find that happiness and find that true thing that makes you happy within yourself. Always strive to be better and grow at every point in life. You know, I feel like as human being, if we're stagnant and we're not moving, it's like if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. You might not say it like that, but if you think about like a month ago, the things that you could have done that you haven't done, which could have made you better, but you haven't, so that means you're not getting better, but you're getting worse. So you always have to strive as an individual. That's the best way that you can grow. That's the best way that you don't have to compare yourself or compete with anyone, because you're also growing in your own lane. And if you're growing in your own lane, why would you need to be worried about someone else's growth when you know you are growing in your own lane and you're striving to be better than you were yesterday? And for those of us that are weird, your weirdness is your perfection. Yes, like embrace the weirdness. Like nothing, like, you know, I am so weird and just so quirky in my own little ways, but that is what makes me Goldiva, and I love it so much. Like I love how like weird and just unique I am. Embrace all those uniqueness, embrace all those weirdness, because that is your perfection, and that is what is going to stand you out amongst the rest. That is something that people would even love you for, because I feel like with all this point, if you just keep doing that, just keep checking in with yourself, like I said, that's the most important thing in every step of the way that you do in life. Just keep checking in with yourself. Like you have to just keep reminding yourself of who you are. Like I said, if you don't know who you are, people will tell you who you are. So you have to keep reminding yourself of who you are. You have to keep encouraging yourself to stay true to who you are, no matter what is going on around you. Just don't fall into that space where you lose your identity. Always have your identity with you. Be your own individual. Be unique in your own way, and go forward and conquer the world, because you are amazing just the way you are. And I hope this was helpful, guys. If you liked the video, once again, please give it a thumbs up, like, share, and comment. And yeah, please don't forget to subscribe, and also click on the notification button so that you can get notified every time I upload a new video. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next video. Until next time, guys, make sure you stay fabulous. Bye.